Howdy everyone. Fantastic. What's up, Pete Song? How's it going? Hope everyone's doing well. It's Thursday. You know what that means? It's a day where I sometimes stream, sometimes don't. It depends on it basically depends on how I'm feeling at this point. How's it going, everyone? Hello. Hello. Hope everyone's doing well. How's everyone doing? Coming up to next week, Christmas. Christmas in it as a Brummy, I approve. Christmas in it, pretty much. I'm certainly going. I'm doing alright. Tired. Man, it's been like, there's a lot going on. Doing a lot. Need to, I still need to wrap presents for people. I got rid of the flu you had for 3 weeks? Damn, that's unfortunate. I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I've heard the flu that's going around is pretty nasty, so. Does your Christmas present yourself the final 18 Centurions you need for the maximum Centurions? Technically, I only need... I counted this up. I only need 1 more box. First time joining the stream. Wow, welcome in. Thank you for following. Twice, apparently. According to Twitch. Weird. Because I have 6 Saturnines and 9 boxes. So I only need 1 more box. The British, any hobbying tonight? Not tonight. I was planning on doing streams this week where I was going to do some hobbying, but I just didn't have the mental capacity for it. Basically, like, I've been doing this now, obviously, full-time every year. There should be a video tomorrow. I'm getting a gaming video ready for Monday, I think. But I'm going back to visit family for a week from Sunday, so there'll be no stream next week. I mean, no stream next week anyway. It's Christmas Day. But yeah, I'm just tired, man. I am just absolutely trashed. Real tired. You been playing Night Lords? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with people proxying Saturnine Terminators for Centurions if they have Centurions already. That's my rule. Even though someone pointed out that I've not done that with Vanguard Vets, but different. Something streaming around live. Welcome in. Trash dump pigeon, what a name. You're bored of streaming Christmas Day? Well, I couldn't anyway because I'm not going to be with my stream setup. So, oh yeah, it's been unbelievable. It's been basically a year since I went full time, man. And someone made a post. For some reason, my video that I made at the start of this year, the one where it was like I haven't painted enough, I need to change that. That's got back into the algorithm a little bit. And someone made a comment which was like, how well are you done this year? I've actually painted less this year despite being full-time, which is really bad. So I think next year there'll probably be a change of the way I do things. I might look for an editor for the gaming channel. I have a few other projects I need to reach out to people for to get help with. Because I just don't have time to do everything myself. I have an idea. The thing is, I have some really stupid ideas I want to do, but I spend all my time editing. So I think I need to reduce, and the other thing as well is I'm like kind of editing just all the time. Weekly videos are not sustainable, I don't think. Holy shit, 10 months. Oh yeah.
Hey there, Paul. Just bought myself a Brutalis because I like melee monsters.
Brutalis is cool.
RN impaling a head taker, SW, based on old god Warwick from Ledge. Wolf.
Oh, yeah, Warwick from League. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Christ, that's loud. Yeah, I need to change the sound on that at some point. A hot take that'll make you throw a chair through a wall? I probably couldn't throw a chair. Is this stream sponsored by VTuber? Oh, probably. I mean, kind of, technically. Like, everything I do is basically sponsored by VTuber over Dale.stronger.com. Paul should have won VTuber of the Year in the Game Awards. Probably wouldn't have won. Should you run 120 Termagants? Yes. Why is it Termagants but Hormagaunts? That never made sense to me. Very silly. You would have voted for me? Maybe next year.
What are we calling the baby?
I guess Super Silver Junior. Thank you for the 9 months membership. Yeah, maybe next year I'll win the VTuber of the Year, but probably not. Yeah, I think what my plan, I think next year, because I've got a lot of basically the first quarter of next year is going to be horrific because I have basically 3 tournaments in a row, weekend after weekend after weekend. I've got the make and paint 18 Centurions. I'm doing Beachhead this year, yes. But then I'm going to Japan in March for 3 weeks. So I need to, and then when I get back, I've got like a week until South Coast. So I need to do the Centurions before March. So I have a lot going on. Yeah, I think Beachhead is the last one of my 3 in a row. I'm doing Winchester, the Coventry Teams event, and then Beachhead, all in a row. Mackie D3, 7 months. Paul Bagrom.
Paul B6 Gromit,
Paul B6 Gromit.
Paul B6 Gromit, Paul B6 Gromit, Paul B6 Gromit, Paul B6 Gromit.
Love Paul B6 Gromit. Thank you very much for the 7-month subscription. Is Winchester 22nd of Feb RTT? That's an RTT. There's a GT in January. Beachhead is an event in Bournemouth. That seems pretty... I didn't go last year, but I've heard it's good. Ace of Dragons, thank you for the 10 months. We're going to get another... Have I seen the new Space Marine 2 heads? I have not, no. Oh yeah, also obviously next year, literally all the games.
Double digits, baby.
I don't know if Total War Warhammer's coming out next year, but there'll be like Mechanicus 2. Lord of War 4. Just like... What's the last thing I painted? It was Intercessors, Jump Intercessors, and some Blade Guard. And then we have... Yeah, and then it's 11th edition. You're right, Kirshi. And then it's 11th edition after that. So, like, Christ. So I don't think I'll be able to do... Basically, I won't be able to do weekly videos, and I don't think it's worth doing, especially because I need to do... what I'll probably do instead is more streams. But obviously with that, it's kind of a financial thing, right? Like, more hobby streams would be useful. Which, you know, another one. Fritters, 13 months. Jesus Christ. 13 months, thank you very, very much. For the continued support, Fritters. Yeah, obviously at Beachhead, Wolves. More Wolf fans.
Hopefully should get to see you at Beachhead, should be taking my wolves, or ooh.
Or yes. Thank you for 13 months. Going to my second ever tournament in the new year, hell yeah. Hopefully I can do better than 0-3. Hey, 0-3's alright. I mean, 0-3's better than someone who didn't go. They went 0-0-0-0-0. 0 Infinity. What faction do you think will get nerfed the most in 11th? I have no idea. And frankly, I don't think it matters. Leah's Mick with 10 months. All the resubs today. Probably because I haven't streamed in a while, so all of the resubs have kind of the remembers. You ready to go third century? Hell yeah.
Good evening from Imperial Fists.
Hello.
Hope you doing well. Come to visit Czechia. Cheap good beer. Are you scared of guard with the new detach?
Yeah, the new detachment looks pretty horrible, to be honest. Thing is, it'll be a skill matchup at that point, I think. I just have to not stand in the barrel of a Dawn this time. If I play JP, hopefully I'll just keep failing to roll melters properly. Reese picked up 6 7 Centurions, which means they're going to Legends 11th. Would you accept Gravis replacement? I mean, Gravis just isn't Centurion. That's the problem. I think a whole lot will change. I don't imagine a whole lot will change for 11th. In fact, video tomorrow is about 11th changes, and I did a video, Blood Bold podcast episode with Christian von Carmen on his channel about 11th, about various topics. Dishrob, thanks for joining. Hope you have a good rest of your day. But I feel like even though people's like, oh yeah, they're firstborn or whatever, but I feel like Centurions have a niche that isn't covered. When you hit the Dawn, it's just rude. It's just a rude tank with lots of guns and it shoots me. Petticoat was sent to getting nerfed for the sins of the attach. They might nerf Rough Riders because of... Rough Riders because of the new one? I'm be surprised. For me, I took out my intercessors, that was it. You came up with the name Bloodbold. Was it you or Christian? It was me. I did it for the video where I swapped armies with him. So I have changed my normal jet so to pull my popularity of the game so it's increased. Nice. It's giants with the two quid.
If 11th makes my homebrew obsolete, GW must fall.
But if it's your homebrew, then you just change the homebrew. I imagine you'll have to update it for 11th, which is why I'm kind of not doing much of the Scream Raven stuff, because I'll probably just do it for 11th. But oh, I did pretty much kind of almost fully design my chapter master rules wise. So that's cool. It's essentially a character that is the jump guy and the Centurion suit, and you basically work with both of them to do stuff. Like you can hop out of it, hop into it, and it kind of does different things. So it doesn't lead anything. It's literally like it's just a murder machine. Charm is the easiest to paint with someone with literally no skills at all. You can do some cool stuff with a lot of them. Like normally Thousand Suns is horrible to paint, but you can do some really cool like stone statuesque ones, which are basically just full dry brushing. Orcs, you can get away with anything. Like if it looks scrappy, it actually works even better. So which master talent for play? Kind of, yeah. It's essentially like I think one of the rules is basically the Centurion suit is a transport that has a capacity of 1, but only 1 of the actual specific chapter master model. So you can basically hop in and out of it. And my idea was essentially you can get like bonuses for like advance and charge and stuff if you go near it. So you're basically like slingshotting off it. How's PO Box doing? I get spam from somehow someone found out gave me spam. I've been using it for some business stuff, which has been fine. But not much else. I haven't really advertised it much, so I don't imagine people have used it. I had a couple of things. Someone sent me some Centurions, which is nice. Someone sent me some custom Pokemon cards, which was really cool. And I think that's it. Yeah, no. Been alright. It's just been very, very busy is the problem. Like, and my worry is if I do less videos, obviously financially it's worse, right? Because the latest video did very, very well financially because it's long. I guess it basically is kind of the same amount as 2 shorter videos, but the short videos are fun. Can I PA box some guardsmen to paint, or will you just torture them? I will probably not torch them. I can't guarantee I'll paint them. But they won't go wasted. They may be put on basis. dead people. Necrons actually, that's a good point from someone said metallic armies. Necrons are probably also alright. Just silver. When's the 11th edition? When 11th edition arrives, I will make a Squid Codex. Hell yeah. They came up with the Screaming Ravens, but you consider any other Raven Guards success traps before you came up with yours? No, it wasn't. It was the other way around, really. I came up with the idea of the tactics based on the Raven Guard rules in 9th. There is a video on it. There's a couple of videos on it. I think the Why I Like Centurions video probably has the best summary. But it's essentially loud thing, stealthy, funny. How do make chapter do that? And then from there, Booming Ravens. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be doing more how hide big thing. Just make even bigger thing to distract. You're gonna do D&D content potentially. Again, it's on the list of things. Like I've built 0 gunplas this year. I did 1 30-minute missions. I've built no gunplas. I just have not had the time. And the problem is, it's like I can't even, because basically the problem is I have to be like, I don't want to build it because then I miss out on potential quote unquote content. But then I'm just kind of becoming just pure. I think being full time is maybe just so purely content minded. I think that is, but the whole like the whole year of doing that, I wouldn't call it burnout, but it is. I am tired. You have a question. What is your question? You may answer. You may ask it. I may not answer it. Where will the blue shell go? To first place. But unfortunately, I'm always in first place, so I'm not going to fire it. How much take you to play a Zangor? I probably wouldn't play a Zangor unless it was like a Arakorka, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, D&D content I want to do at some point. But again, the problem is obviously if it's kind of like it's investment, right? It's a time investment in terms of like effort to value, right? Now maybe I just have to bite the bullet. Maybe I think part of it is just kind of that anxiety of like, if I spend a long time doing a video and don't release it quickly, like if I say I do like 1 video a month and it goes badly, then I've basically got like no money, and then I've got to rely on streaming income. But then I also want to do other things. Like I want to play games. I want to do all this other stuff, and having to. I think average my editing. I think it takes me an hour per minute of editing. So if a video is 20 minutes long, it's 20 hours of editing. Video is 40 minutes long, it's 40 hours of editing. In fact, might be, and that's just editing. That's ignoring scripting and recording the audio and all that kind of stuff. So it's a bit of a nightmare overall. Being a full-time content creator does not sound like the magical Christmas land everyone makes it out to be. It's, I think when people think of content creators like being the magical land, a lot of it I think is when, let's take a bigger streamer, right, or a bigger someone where they make a lot of money and they can hire editors to do their stuff. And like I think, to be fair, if this was like, I think a lot of it is kind of that anxiety on money, and also the fact that if you're not, at some point YouTube could just decide no. You know what I mean? Like there was that period between like August and October where YouTube was just like no, and then like my views were down and the money was down, and then sometimes it came up and down. It was all a bit weird. But on the flip side, when I went to the Christmas meal with friends of mine that we do every year, they start telling me about all like the exec bullshit they have to deal with in their job. I'm like, thank Christ I'm a fucking content creator, because it's way easier. This is like my dream job, right? But it is one of those ones where I think, coming out of an 11-year stable career and going into this, like eventually the novelty wears off, and then you have to get down to business. And for me, that's part of the editing, I think. I like Tempest Scions. They're alright, I think. If it's like it's full of Centurions, well, if full of Centurions, then I'll definitely have 36. Yeah, just like yeet pewter and metal models of people that bring the Rogel Dawns. I wouldn't do that to people. Unless they were novices, I guess. That's the card ambassador. You and everyone. You and everyone else. Ratings are alright. I do have a guard list that I made. I'm not going to tell you, but it is a very stupid guard list. Dev training a sock. That's what's that thing called when you have like coins in a sock? That weapon has a name. Like a speedball or something. You don't understand how I narrowed it down. The risk of certain response time, I have a question. Can the Macos 2.0 carry full 2,000 point army, and would it travel well on carry-on plane luggage? So it definitely will fit a 2,000 point army. It fits my 2,000 point army very... In fact, my 2,000 point army fits on 2 trays. Obviously, it will depend on your army, but I think most 2,000 point armies fit on a Macos 2.0. Would it travel well as a carry-on on a plane? Monty1144, thank you for subscribing, Prime. I don't know. Probably... If the magnets are okay, probably it will be okay. But the problem is because it's so rigid, there's no padding. It might not be as ideal. Definitely better than putting it in the cargo hold. But I driving with it is absolutely fine. I've never had problems driving with it. Ranking some calls are hey GP. Regardless, all sentinel. Not all sentinels. Ivy, thank you for the I am sorry.
Paul, your psychic attack was very effective and I haven't built
PCS
or painted anything since
aggressive.
that damn court session.
You should carry on painting your space walls. Thank you for the thank you for giving me money for causing you psychic damage. Hey Breath, how's it going? Doing alright. Go 2K of Advec? Yes. I know an Advec player who carries his 2K army in a Macos 2.0 from deadwatchstronger.com, so yeah. Yeah, like they're decently sized. Like obviously with my list where one tray fits 18 Centurions, that's half my army. Rubbishing 25 troop, damn. They are expensive, but they're pretty premium. And again, it is it's basically a one-man operation, right? It's a small business, so I'm happy to pay the premium to support a smaller business, and also you can get 25% off using code Paul25. There you go. I've seen quite a few of them in the wild now. Quite a few Mac cases in the wild, which is kind of cool. I think I hate building and painting troops. Yeah, I've painted less this year, and I've not enjoyed it. And I think the problem is because I've not been painting for fun. I've been painting for necessity, and it's gotten me frustrated because I need it to be done quick. Is it too late to increase that guy's Zangor?
Is it too late to increase that guy's Zangor ban?
He is free. He said Zangor. I think in the video at the end, it basically says what happens. He said Zangor. He was sent to the void for the rest of his sentence, and now he's free. Like fresh fruit, wild rabbits, a small man who is my permanent height man. Yes. Depends how small the man is, but yes, definitely. As long as there's magnets. Or it has that one passenger, you know the one. If the one passenger that you know the one is the guy who goes around finding boxes and smashing them with a hammer, unconfirmed. Otherwise, it should be fine on public transport. Probably not on its own. Like, just don't put it on a train and then go, here you go, because that'll be, unattended item in the baggage area. That's not what I meant. That's a suspicious package to get blown up by the bomb squad. So don't leave a mag case on its own on public transport. Do I have an Age of Sigmar army? I have none that are full 2,000 points, but I have plenty. I probably have 2,000 points at least of wigs or gits that I haven't built, and I painted a few. Ever heard of Titanfall? Yes, I've heard of Titanfall. Like playing 5,000, 1,000, 2,000 point games. 2,000 point games. 1,000-point games get really weird and swingy. 500-point games is a very different game entirely. Like 2,000 points, I feel is fun. But a full metal with a carry handle like a suitcase, nice wheels on it. I mean, the whole thing's metal, so you can magnetize it to anywhere. Part of the 4K, how would you engage with the most? It'll be the gaming. Actually, you could probably engage with lore the least. 1500 is quite enjoyable. I find with 1500, it's like... I always feel like whenever I played a 1500 point game, it's like, yeah, I kind of just want like one extra thing. Like, it feels like I can't take that like one extra thing. But I see GW finally commit on Combat Patrol. Yeah, definitely. 100%. I feel like Spearhead learned from Combat Patrol. Now Combat Patrol should hopefully learn from Spearhead. We've thought about doing these battle report style videos with different armies. Oh yeah, I mean, if I ever play a different army, I will do the battle report with that different army. But it's just I haven't been able to play with any other army. I haven't really wanted to. That's been the other problem, is I have obviously 1,000 Suns and Drukhari armies, but I just don't... I feel like I've put so much investment into Space Marines now, or into Swimming Ravens, that I don't really want to. Have a tournament soon? Yeah, I've got 3 January to February. I've got 3 in a row. I joined the gaming channel? I am, actually. Although I definitely changed what I was doing. I was doing kind of like a serious thing, and then one of my videos became the 4th most popular video I've ever made. Which is ridiculous. Like, literally, all of my videos are like 500 to 1,000 views, and then one of them is 270,000. There's like a 10k one, a 40k one, and then a 270,000 view video. And I'm like, well, what's the fucking point in doing all the shit I'm doing? I'm not, like, I can tell, like, if I can get game videos to do that, like, constantly, I would be way happier, because I've got 2, like, things. Was that I'll leave the game live 3 days? Well, pretty much, yeah. Turns out, you could just... I was making other videos during that. I was just idling Worldbox for like 4 days, and that video did really well. I have a video that I'm editing for next week. I kind of just using that one just to throw stupid shit on there. So if you want to see me just do dumb, infrequent gaming shit, go follow the gaming channel. What is bad at games. My next video is I played Planet Coaster 2 for the first time explicitly to try and give myself motion sickness, because I don't suffer from motion sickness in games, and I was trying to see if I could make myself motion sick. That's the video. The thing is, those are the kind of ideas I really enjoy. Like the video where I was like, I'm gonna fight everything, like one thing from every faction. That was a really fun video to make. Those are the kind of videos I really like. I also do really like making telling the story of my tournaments. Those are my favorite videos. Did I get to be motion sick? Yeah, I want to do it without VR, because VR obviously would just be cheap. Because like as soon as you put VR and you just put yourself in a washing machine, you're dead. Solaris only because it takes too serious. That is entirely the thing. I like being a goofball. Which is why the tournament videos are also fun, because I can be a goofball and also actually kind of be somewhat, you know, somewhat informative. There are a lot of people in the comments of the fighting one which are like, oh, you could have done this. It's like, yeah, but it's funny to just die. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do if I ever play against someone who's not a really nice guy, because I can't just say nothing. And I wouldn't want to, like... I wouldn't want to call them out. But then, if I say nothing, people will be suspicious, and then we'll probably be able to find who it was anyway on BCP, so... I don't know. Article, thank you for the 2 months.
Here have the Bezos money.
Thank you for the Bezos money. When you finish painting 1,000 Suns? I mean, I have no idea. Maybe that'll be part of next year. Maybe that'll be like post 36 Centurions. I guess I can start looking at other things. I don't remember gotten 53 rooms spent with Grizzled Vets, but they've only been a week, so I'm not sure why you're worried about being nerfed into oblivion. It's only been a week. Like, it takes a while for things to settle. Like, if you looked at cool, not Vanguard Spearhead. Shadowmark Talent, right? Like, that went to the moon, win rate rise, and then started slowly coming down as people started to figure it out. Right, do you think she'll return in 11th? Probably Corvus, because it's the one that's the army that I play. Raw Zeros, I've never met a bad 40k player. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, at worst, for when I've played 40k, it's been someone who's been just quite quiet. But that's it. Like, someone who's just shy. But, you know, most people are really, really cool. And again, it could just be a testament to, like, especially my local community. Like, we're all pretty, you know, pretty friendly with each other, right? Consider going to tournaments in mainland Europe. Never say never. It's not in the plans at the moment. I mean, I would love to do, like, tournaments all over the place or go places to play Warhammer, but, you know. Tournament video inspired me to go for my first AOS tournament, Johnny? Hell yeah. Any model from any army, what would you choose? I'd be a Centurion, obviously. Double armor. I have the stupidest idea for a collaboration, but I know it's not going to happen. Do people know the channel Todd's Workshop? He's like a historic. He makes historic armor and talks about like weapons and armor from history and how it worked, stuff. He's really, really good channel. I recommend going watching it. He's released a video, arrows versus armor 3, like yesterday, and it's basically he gets a bunch of like people who fire like proper medieval longbows at proper medieval armor just to see what happens. It's really interesting. It's really, really cool. I kind of want to do a video where I'm like, what, obviously it's not real, but how would it be possible to make, like, what would like a medieval Centurion armor look like? If you had armor on top of armor, what would that be like, and would that work, and how could you do it? just if someone could, I don't know if actually if someone can link it, but how many dice do you bring to game? I usually bring a lot, loads. I tried to bring them in groups of 12. Like, I have lots of different dice, but groups of 12, so I can easily identify, like, oh, I need, because 12 is the best number. Yeah, Todd's Workshop. Todd from Todd Cutler and Todd's Workshop here. Or Todd from Todd's Workshop and Todd Cutler. I just kind of want to work with it because he seems cool. And I just want to just do stupid shit with armor. UKTC versus WTC versus GW. Have I played much outside UKTC? Not really. I played GW obviously in UKTC, and then the Winchester one is their own terrain. I have no real opinion on the terrain. It's fairly balanced either way. Yeah. Because there's so much armor that had to be lifted onto horses. I guess so. Not used to playing them. I forgot to rapid ingress them. Yeah, rapid ingress and ingressing 3 Centurions is pretty good. I honestly think 6 is good. Like my 6 squad has done really well. I will say if I were to swap something out, it would probably be them. But they are actually really good. They take a lot of damage. If you can get them in places, they just rip stuff apart. And honestly, they're a very good threat to just kind of hang around. Like I said in the in last week's video for the first game, they just stood there menacingly, and that just stopped any advancing from any tank, because literally they would go, I want to move this tank forward, but if I do, you're going to punch it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to punch it. And that just scared them. So pivot from Space Wolves to a Sentinel and tank IG army. No, do both. Get tanks and Evictor War suits for your Space Wolves. There you go. I also need to do, the other thing I need to do next year, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I've forgotten what I was going to say. Never mind. There's something else I need to do next year, but I forgot what it was. That's how That's our brain. That's our brain work. Like, next year's going to be weird. Obviously, there's a lot going on. It'll be interesting to see how things go. I've also had an idea for a... I've got so many stupid ideas in my head. I need to reach out to people. Does anyone know... This is going to be a very weird question. Does anyone know any mask makers and or animatronic mask makers? If so, you can let me know. For no reason whatsoever. Will I do a memorial stream when they get legends at the start of 11th? I will, as I've said, I will go to Games Workshop and I will protest. I'll have a sign that says down with this sort of thing. For furries, not, well, it's not a furry thing, but it is a... I mean, I don't actually know how furry heads work, but it might be the same technology I'm thinking of. Maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know how it works. Adam Savage plus ballad stuff. The thing is, Adam Savage is actually, you know, sane. I feel like I'd be more on the level of, oh, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember. I should remember his name. The guy who's got an underground bunker. Bloody name. Colin Furs, thank you. Colin Furs, yeah. Well, are you planning a Daft Funky or something? That's the kind of what I'm thinking would be very funny. Because obviously I wore that mask for that one advert where it was just cardboard. But like a full, proper, like, full-on, like, Borders Ballot stuff, like, helmet mask type thing. It would basically be like a Borderlands Psycho, but with my face. And the jaw moves. And maybe the eyes move. That would be funny. With the kind of fursuit stuff, is that, like, for the helmet, is there a lot of, like, can you make the mouth move when your mouth moves? I legitimately don't know. Also curious to the guy the Tabletop Stronghold spot says. He is Mr. Tabletop Stronghold himself. The Magnet Wizard is indeed the Magnet Wizard. Very mask expensive fast. Yeah, but because I'm bald, there should be no fur on it. That should make it cheaper. But I feel like I just kind of want an animatronic mask of myself because it'd be really funny. Screenshot that pulls down your mouth that's opening. Oh, right, fair enough. I think before they alleged Centurions, you do a tourney with only Centurions, so you do full 36 loadout. But you should say that. You should go watch the video called The Problem with 36 Centurions, because that is exactly what I'm doing with the South Coast Super Major. You thought I was the Magnet Wizard. No. I am just the herald of the Magnet Wizard. I do not have the power of the Magnet Wizard himself. We see you as a guest with an animatronic mask. It's not even for that, because I honestly do not care if people see my face, right? Because, you know, I took a picture with Scary, right? And he posted it on his thing, and I don't care. But I just also think it's funny. And that's I think the duality of the channel for me right now. Is part of me is like, haha, this is just me doing stupid shit and it's funny. But also part of me is like, oh, but if the stupid shit isn't funny enough, I don't get views and therefore I don't live. Not even the magnet present. No, I merely speak for the magnets. I cannot harness their power. Paint wine draw. I mean, to be fair, I have got a mask which is just a paint by a doodled on circle, which is menacing, to say the least. But I feel like full. I was googling this today, like trying to find like proper like mask makers, but they all seem to be like all the companies I was finding were like for actual full production quality stuff, like for actual for actual films and TV and stuff. And I don't think I needed it to be that much. I think the mouth is easy to move. The eyes, I think, as long as the eyes could be like adjustable in another way, they don't have to like follow my eyes. Use service to move some black rubber loops stripes around the make expression. Yeah, something I need to think, something I'll look into. So I've seen a few things online as well, but my idea is like it'd be really funny to go to to tournaments with it as well. It'd be really stupid. Because it also feels like it'd be kind of almost slasher villainy as well. It's very it's one of those things where it's just kind of very not intimidating, but it would be a little bit disconcerting, which also I find very funny. Because I've got the rest of it, right? Because the rest of it is I have blue shirts, I have a black morph suit, which means I have the stick figure colors already. So yeah, I would need a way to. I guess the special buzz to open it enough is to take the mask off, and I have the bald head. So use VTuber's software to capture the hand of detection. Then you'd have to have that like right in your face, right? I tried it. Is Fiverr still a thing? Because I googled this and it seemed like everyone was doing stuff on Etsy, but no one's on Fiverr. Is Fiverr still a thing? Or was Fiverr bought out? I don't know. I know Etsy does a lot of that stuff now. No one ever said Coptape was easy. I didn't expect it to be easy, to be honest. Sort out painting block I've got. I'm in tips. Well, I'm in the painting block as well, so I don't know. Don't paint until you're happy. Drink the paint. Do not drink the paint. Get it, man. Right. You play 40k adjacent games. Void War. No, not much like similar to 40k, I guess. Well, drink the paint. What now? Fortunately, it's not toxic, so you'll probably just feel a bit ill. Thing is, I don't need the mask to like react to every facial expression. It could be quite static, which might even be worse. But I would like the options for the eyes to move. My friend start 40k, but he wants his first time to be AdMech, and he never painted a movie before. Is this a good starting choice to get into the hobby or hard start? It's a hard start, but to be fair, you could probably like you get yourself like a free mini from the Games Workshop shop if you can. Which at least means you could practice on something before getting to AdMech. AdMech's not the worst. It's got a lot of little bits in there, but you can get away with quite a lot. Maybe yapping about 40k. Ah, the Master Yapper is here. Hello. Casting the robots are pretty easy as well. To be fair, the Leggy Boy weren't too bad. It didn't take me that long with contrast paint. Total War 40k? I am looking forward to playing Total War 40k. Formats with an emotional stare like the Link statue from Majora's Mask. That is a thing, right? Yeah. Would you start playing Guard if Centurions got moved there in 11th? No, I would just... Oh, actually, no. To be fair, if Centurions got sent there in 11th, I would have 36. And assuming they're saying the same points, I could legitimately just continue to play Centurions. It'll be part of Guard. Or basically FTL, but 40k session. Alright. Yeah, I haven't got... There's not really many other, like, games I play with more of a 40k aesthetic, apart from 40k, right? Yeah, 8-bound, Slaughterbound, Killmongers, Jackals, or Berserkers. Aren't they all basically the same thing? Probably Berserk. The Lord of Skulls. How bad is it to have 12k worth of points of Eldari that isn't painted? Probably not. It's not great. That's for sure. I mean, 12k is a lot. Is it built? If it's in boxes, that's wild. All built. That's fine. Like some people just don't like painting, right? And some people will just play without painting their models. That's absolutely fine. Honestly. 18 Bullgrins and a couple of 8 Centurions who wins. Probably 18 Centurions. Like 6 Centurions just deletes. You just have 3 lots of Devastate Centurions sitting 48 inches away, and they just can't reach you before they blow you up. So. And in melee, I've gone into melee against Bullgrins with Assault Centurions and Assault Centurions 1. So. Don't like painting, but like painted models. Ah, there you go. That's the problem. Oh yeah, the Chitin Demon engine is pretty cool. I mean, you could make a Lord of Skulls just with legs. That's a thing you could probably do. Or just get the Chitin Demon and just make it with legs. You got 5 teeth pulled out today. Oof. That matches my number of teeth I had taken out, but I didn't. Well, I got taken out in surgery, so same thing. I had 4 at a dentist one. Then 5 from surgery. That's my teeth story. Which Century has the best color scheme in your armor? Which is your favorite? It's the Ocarina of Time themed one's my favorite at the moment. I think it's alright. So basically, I'm basically going to do the same for the other Devastators, so I have 6 matching. So that's all sorted. Obviously, with the No, I think I gave it back. I don't have any sellotape. Oh. Okay, I should get big again. I had to turn around. I was looking for sellotape. Obviously, you have to get very small sellotape. You're gonna. There we go. What was I talking about? Yeah, because then the other ones, the other Assault Centurions will be more Metroid ones, then more Pokemon ones, and then I need the 6 Saturnine to have their own ones. On Desolators. Desolators are kind of cool. I would like to try Claw Assault Terminators, Shadow Mark, and Hammer Assault Terminators. Hey, Mameda, how's it going? Do you have an email? We can send Centurion /Vic. I mean, business inquiries. No, I don't have any. I don't have an email. You can send either of those things. Hammer sit on 3, which is good. But the thing is, Lightning Claws are like just cool. 6 attacks and they're pretty brutal. But if Centurions are pressed for Saturnine, it would be an injustice. Think it's bad that Shadow Mark got nerfed? No, Shadow Mark were very strong. I think it's still fine. Honestly. Like I literally, like yes, at 75 point nerf, I had to take out my intercessors. Not the end of the world, honestly. Like I think I'll be fine because whilst they were useful, I just have to be a bit more careful about my home. So, fine. How's my day? It's all right, thank you. Been busy and I've been a bit just like stressed. It's just been very, it's getting towards the end of the year. I'm like I'm limping to the finish line of the year. I think Inceptors, the flight times are awful. A lot of people do the thing where they get the smoke that comes out of the jetpack as the stand, which is kind of cool. What are you gonna use to screen your home field instead of incestors? Incestors I never used to screen my home field. I basically would pick up the objective and start moving them. Usually Ethan Shan stays at the back there. And then I will probably just start more stuff on the board. Like I won't put a unit of jump back intercessors in deep strike. I'd probably just kind of screen the back. Or maybe I can use my 3 lots of Devastator Sense. And I've got a couple of little characters. Like the thing is with like screening the back, I can start uppy downing things back and forth to help screen. So, thing is, infiltrators are great, but I just don't have the points for them right now. I used to have infiltrators. My favorite Titanic model, probably the Gladiator Lancer. Not the Gladiator Lancer, the Lancer Knight Lancer. The thing is, like, I don't know. I guess my break starts on Sunday, but also I don't have holidays. Do you get more Cadians? If you want more Cadians, yes. Wolves versus Orcs. Most Christmassy matchup. I guess that may. Yeah, I guess Orcs would be there. I feel like Drukhari get pretty Christmassy. I don't know why. I feel like Drukhari would like Komorara at Christmas would be quite a festive time. Right, Baby Centurions to improve Centurions. I mean, but what if it's a Centurion in a Grey Knight Baby Carrier? Yeah. Do you think throwing a grenade and 2 mines at a Void Dragon is a bit too much? No, I think that's not enough. Throw more things at it. Yeah, like a Komorara Secret Santa, right? Would be. I think that'd be fun. Oh, what's this one? Oh, you got me a. You got me a Cadian made of several Cadians as a Christmas tree. Yay! You know. I mean, Nurgle will also be very good at Christmas, right? Like, he's very good at giving gifts. One of you got me the Paul's Balance of Body Pillowcase made from real Paul. Someone bought one of those recently. Because I can see the stats now. There are 4 people in the world who have bought that thing. I will say, if I did want to make more money, it seems like the objective markers are objectively the most popular thing by an absolute country mile. As much as I really like the Halloween merch, I have sold one t-shirt. The stickers did alright, but 1 t-shirt. Which is a shame because the art's really good. But I don't mind because I get to have them. The art's cool as hell. But the objective markers they fly off the shelves. I played a little bit of Kill Team. Cool. Paul's Balance of Shot. I can even type it. It might not even link because it wasn't something. Yeah. Go to your heart's content. Yeah, that's the thing. Like dice would be good, but I don't have a good idea for dice, and people have enough dice. Go to Warhammer okay, 3 months ago and have 2 armies. Damn, that's quick work. Tokens would work, distances would work, yeah. What's on the 6? Exactly, I don't know. It'd either be my face or the Screaming Raven, or both. Distance markers would be quite fun because you have like pointing at stuff, I guess. I don't know. You come up with a design. The thing is, the objective markers make the most sense because it's just a circle. And also, they're not that bad to make. Like a dice tray would be cool, but also dice trays are a bit more difficult to make. And anything that's difficult to make, I'd have to get a set amount and then try and sell them. If they don't sell, I'd have to pay for storage. The channel about came, I was super meta. I found it kind of annoying. I honestly, like, again, it's one of those things where I don't care if it's meta or not. Like, I play the thing I like. And if people jump on the bandwagon, cool. Which Super Heavy Titan is the best you can play in a 2K game? I honestly think the Lance is really. Well, measuring stick was a little pool that we can slide along to the points of the line. Do I play D&D as a hobby? I do, yes. I'm currently in a campaign as a player, but I used to do a lot of DMing as well. I want to do... That's the other thing. I really miss DMing. Really miss DMing, but I haven't got time for it. What's the worst hot take ever done in hot take court? There's never been any that have been, like, truly bad. There's been some baffling ones. Anytime anyone mentions Ultramarines, it's always really boring. Do a video somewhere where we have the configuration of Centurions? I guess my latest video would tell you how I'm running my Centurions. That's what you're asking. For a module, the thing is, I literally don't have time to like think of a module. But I also don't like running rebuilt stuff.
Paul is bad at stuff thigh highs when.
Thank you for the 2 months. I mean, they would be horrific. But so is the body pillow. Like, yeah, I don't like running modules because it's just I feel like for me part of DMing is world building. What weapons you run them in? Yeah, if you go to the latest video, will definitely have like information about how I run them. That'll be the most tournament. Think I'm going to War 4K? Yes, definitely. I ruined my vocab because now I can't say magnets. When I'm hanging out with friends, if I say the word magnets, they go, excuse me, and I have to go, magnets. No. Woe is me. We're making mechanics for people to use. I'm bad at storytelling. I was thinking, like, most of my stuff was around, like being able to tell a story and build, like, world building to me is fun. It's fascinating. That's why, again, like, the Todd Cutler stuff is really interesting. Like, if you're a DM, right, and you are trying to describe fight scene, just watching like some Todd's workshop videos is really interesting because it's like one of the things was like a guy got they were shooting at this armor and one of them got in like the throat, but it was like the part of the helmet that comes down and covers the throat. Obviously the arrow went in, like pierced it wouldn't go very far, but it would be like being punched in the throat. So I always found with when people like get hit and obviously they lose HP, it's like rather than them becoming pincushions, like you can imagine like an arrow hitting you, not penetrating things, but actually like hitting pretty hard. That's the kind of things you'd be, or like a sword hitting you. You know, it bounces off you, but still, you're not getting a big slash down you. You got hit with a sword, and that thing is going to do some serious pain. Like, that's the kind of thing, because HP is very difficult to kind of extrapolate if you don't have that kind of information. Being forever DM is both blessing and a curse. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I was a forever DM for a little while. But now that I'm a player, I want to go back to being a DM. I love DMing. All my friends proxy D&D monsters 4K demons of Xenos. That's cool. It's like being hit with a metal bat. Yeah, exactly that, right? Like, it's like you know, modern day being shot in the chest if you're wearing Kevlar. Bullets aren't gonna go through, but it's still gonna fucking hurt. That's kind of things you have to think about. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I do like D&D. I'd like to do more D&D stuff. But again, it's finding the time. Combination of physical ability and tiredness and will. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to, like, even just a case of like you lose 7 HP, but that's because you kind of like stumbled. That put you off balance for the rest for like part of the fight. You have to be quite good at describing kind of things flowing together. Kind of worlds you like to build? Fantasy worlds. I guess I kind of like doing fairly interesting things. Like, the problem is like my ADHD will sometimes make me go down rabbit holes. I once designed the entire taxation system for an area of a country just because I wanted to see like how much gold would be in like a vault of a lord. Turns out quite a lot. I used a system called what was it? There's a gaming system out there that has like literally like how to like tax your followers and stuff. I used that to try and work it out, and it was like, oh, this is a lot. Visual DM is about weaving narrative, creating the characters. Yeah, I mean, I love creating characters as well, right? Like, but part of me with the world build, part of me enjoying world building is kind of like being able to set up a world which the players can explore and it makes sense, and kind of how that feeds into the culture of the characters and the NPCs that they meet, and then how kind of that interaction helps kind of bring everything out about the world, about then the players exploring that world, how their characters interact with it, and how I interact with those characters. That's kind of the way I think about it. When they always fall down on how much money to get pieces. That's the thing. Like, money's not a good way of rewarding the players, because gold, unless you design your system a bit more kind of stringently, gold, once you go on like one adventure, you might be set for life. If you get like one good haul. I had an idea for a campaign which is essentially you know how there's the classic, like, you know, the anime adventuring guild, right? Basically that, but the adventuring guild is actually just full of insane people, because no one likes adventurers, because it's like they're these guys who go around, they're essentially like mercenaries, right? They just go around like doing whatever the hell they want, you know. But most of them die because they're like, but people do it because they're like, rather than having to work in a field or do like a normal job, if I can just like get lucky with like one good adventure, I'll be set for life. That's the thing, right? Essentially, it becomes you join the adventuring guild, but everyone in there is just a madman, or like just a murderer, and like it was either, you know, become a highwayman or join the adventuring guild and essentially die in a pit filled with abject horrors. But rewarding the party with favors along with the I know a guy mechanic. Oh man, I always wanted to make an NPC, but never got a chance to do it. An NPC of in Police Squad, the show Police Squad, the shoe shine, who's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and then you give him money and he knows everything. Like the baseball coach goes up and is like, I need a new I need a new pitcher. He's like, I don't know anything about pitching. He gives him money. He's like, oh, you should get this guy. That is a great character. One of my favorite NPCs that I ever made was a Kenku called Strum. Because Kenku's... Jesus Christ, Google. Don't make me jump like that. My Google Home went off. Don't know why. I said Kenku. Jesus. God, that literally made me jump. So I just heard, sorry, I don't know anything about that. It's like, who's... Jesus. Yeah, Kenkus are, they mimic stuff, right? So he goes around with a zero... He has a guitar with no strings on it. And he plays it by making the sound of the guitar. Have you read and listened to the Orconomic book? So good, a fantasy world where the economy and stock market revolves on adventures collect loot. That's the kind of thing, right? Like, if you think about things too hard, prestidigitation breaks, or thaumaturgy breaks the world, right? Because oh, it can like heat stuff up, it can clean stuff. Like, if you just have a bunch of wizards knowing that, you just, yeah. Micro Adventures is amazing at roleplaying Kenku. I've never actually seen him roleplay Kenku, but he's very funny. I have been summoned. I love those shorts. I mean, really vast worlds that were pretty shallow. I definitely made a lot of mistakes as a DM, that's the thing. But I learned a lot. I'd love to DM again. That was a minor effect though, yeah, but just enough of it. But even so, like, just a wizard knowing create food and water. Like, get enough wizards. I kind of want to make a... I think the next campaign I want to do a low magic world. I feel like it's more interesting to have magic be this really difficult thing to do. So wizards and stuff are very, very rare. I always thought, like, my idea for the kind of world, part of the world building, essentially, like, there are very, very few high-level wizards. Because obviously wizards are very curious people. You know, they try to do experiment and learn stuff. Most of them die when they get Fireball. Basically, they go, "Oh, I can do this thing. Oh, let me try this thing with Fireball," and they kill themselves. They blow themselves up. Like, there's very few high-level magicians. And I like the idea of having characters that are kind of fairly mundane, but the idea of the world was essentially there was, like, in the ancient times, there was a lot of magic, like a traditional, you know, D&D campaign, but that all fell apart. And then normal medieval society built up around it, but you can find these magic items randomly, like, but they're so powerful, like, like the start of the campaign is basically like some guy or like some you know, crime dude, like a highwayman or someone who like led a highwayman gang, found a magic item and became so powerful that he's taking over the land. Because he's got, like, the sword that just kills you. Like, the sword of, I point at you, you die, or something. And it's like, okay, now you got to try and, like, deal with that. It could be that the players, like, essentially the magic police. Like, you are here to solve the problem. You work for, like, the one place that kind of, you know, that polices this stuff, but... Fancy magic? I heard the term, I've never really known what it is. I had one of the in my older in my the world I DM'd that I made. I was kind of going the other way, where magic was being kind of used essentially as power. So there was one of the kind of the Dragonborn area, which was kind of made up of crafters. Like, they were a very craft-heavy society, and they started introducing artificer people in there, and so the like, they started using magic and combining it with crafts and technology to make stuff like steam-powered trains. So they were having, like, they had like a train system, and they were like really building up really quickly and rapidly, like, progressing as a society. And then there was a disaster where the weave essentially broke because it was being, like, overwhelmed. And the weave broke and caused a massive disaster, like, of chaos and wild magic. And that's kind of the whole thing. Is like, then there's, like, you know, the traditionalists are like, this is why magic is dangerous, we can't use it anymore. And then the people are like, no, we need, like, the magic was helping so much. And that was kind of the plot of that area, was these two kind of, you know, the traditionalists and the kind of people who wanted more magic involvement were kind of like, that was the kind of political thing. Ancient magic is sure the arcane rituals required to copulate with couches. Damn. Let's get home, which me and my party were trying to stop the ritual coming to him, and we couldn't do anything to stop it. I did of casting hideous laughter. The other one, what was I gonna say again? Brain went boom. Basic magic's been withering in only one region. It's affected its isolation from the area. I also really like, if you've read Matt Colville's books, I love the way he describes elves. Like, elves are like these, you know, ridiculously powerful creatures. I also like that kind of setting is really cool. Like, the main character of those books, like, he just has stuff, and I love the way he's like, okay, which magic item do I want to need? Do I need this time to go solve this problem? Like that. Like, Matt Colville is really good at like that kind of stuff. Really interesting. And we get back into painting and playing. Hell yeah! Merry Christmas to you. That was the thing, because I had a higher level campaign, which was kind of like the, they were characters from the perspective of essentially the villain side of the first campaign, where I accidentally killed everyone, and that was quite fun to kind of see it from that perspective. Yeah. Economics, healing potions are addictive like crack. That just will cut themselves. Jesus Christ. That's the idea. Like, I love like the idea of potion miscibility. Like, obviously it's kind of the standard one is a fairly mundane, but yeah, I love those kind of things, like those little bits. I pretty much always play with gritty realism now, just because it helps spread out the the way I do gritty realism is like, if you're in a town which has everything you need, you have standard rest rules. So it's you know, long rest every day, short rest, you know, you can restock, you can do everything. But when you're traveling or in a dungeon, that's when it's gritty realism. So I like the idea of, like, if you're traveling between places, you don't have a chance to stock up and like replenish yourself or have a comfy bed, you're not going to be as well rested as not. What about Dark Sun? I'll have a look into that. Do you have any worst combat control sets? And they're all pretty good, to be honest. I'm sure there's probably ones that are worse than others, but if you want the models, you get the models, right? Would you ever play D&D with viewers on stream? No, I probably wouldn't. No. For me, D&D is very much like a with friends thing. It's not something I would do on stream. Talking about it, fine. But I play, especially because I also don't want to play with strangers, right? Savage Magic Rabbit Desert world where resources scarce as far as a daily struggle. That sounds similar. Like, I mean, the Magic Rabbit Desert. It sounds like Caves of Khud. Caves of Khud is really cool. Favorite spell in D&D is Hideous Laughter. What's my favorite spell? Probably Disintegrate. I just love Disintegrate. It's just a cool spell. At the moment, though, actually, my favorite spell is Speak with Animals. Just because I know it makes the DM squirm. You have historical figures? I don't have any historical figures, no. I'm not much of a historical wargame kind of person. campaigns I've ever played. I've never played any official ones. I've DM'd my own campaigns. I'm currently in a homebrew campaign. Again, I find no, to be fair, actually no, I've played a little bit of Curse of Strahd, but I just find that with D&D, it's the freedom that makes it for me. And I feel like with a campaign setting or a campaign that's structured, you kind of lose that because you can't go. You haven't, because the DM has, unless the DM's reading ahead and knows the whole thing, you can't really. You have to kind of follow the story, right? I would rather go. Where do you guys like? Push them along the line you want to, but if they want to suddenly do something else or something comes up that they think about, I'd like the power to be able to let them explore. I mean, technically, I suppose my favorite spell should be Wish because it's every spell, but. That's the thing is you can't. It's so difficult to run, to make a story that has a arc and start to finish without that deals with contingencies, right? The only way it would work is if you basically presented them, you just gave them the world building and then said go do a crime, essentially. Like, it's so difficult. But I do like the books because it gives you ideas. I love getting kind of like D&D books just because I love looking at them and getting ideas for like various things. It's so cool. Oh, you can't die mechanic. Sometimes that's not too bad. There's something to be said about the fact that like if you're going into a campaign, you can kind of give the players a bit of protection. Not too bad. I usually play without that. I don't usually go too hard, but the campaign I'm in at the moment, we have, if you would fail 3 saves and die, you get a really critical injury. Which has only happened once so far. We're also now doing it so that you don't refresh your failed saves unless you do a long rest to kind of counter that. So we can't just like get through a camp, can't keep doing the up and down thing, which is one of the problems. What do you think of the 5.5e books? I never actually got them, to be fair, but the rules changes seem pretty good. I'm playing a ranger, and the ranger changes are fun. Also, D&D books, I didn't have story. It was here's a play system, where to have fun. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? But they're like modules rather than campaigns, right? Because the idea of the modules, right, is you basically just go. You could put that in any campaign you wanted, right? Like if you were, like Tomb of Annihilation or whatever, it was like, you guys want to go and find the Tomb of Annihilation? There it is. It's in your world now. I've not played Pathfinder, no, but I've read a bit about it. I guess I played Pathfinder Kingmaker, so I guess I played Pathfinder in a roundabout way. Also, D&D coming is Warhammer or Garrison of Death Watch. I'm pretty sure there's definitely 40k books, so that would just do that. Advising someone collecting CSN, got the holiday box to start. What do you like? Like, if when you look at the Chaos range, what's your what do you like? I played Call of Duty. I have played Call of Duty. I played it once, I think. It was alright. Been trying the Rogue Trader RPG. I actually own the Rogue Trader RPG on Steam. I just haven't played it. Thing is, a lot of people like with D&D, because it's something so useful. And D&D is so easy to adapt for anything rather than finding a different game system trying to learn it. D&D is very easy to just be like, you kind of understand what all the skills are. You kind of understand how the combat works. You can kind of fit anything into there. Oh, you meant pen and paper? Oh no, I've not played the pen and paper. I'm just jamming. Yeah, I'll play Total War 4K, definitely. What should I get for my Sylvaneth army? I only have the Spearhead and New Christmas Battle Force. Get the dude on the back of the back of that beetle. He's cool as hell. Arcanum of Steamwork and Magic Obscura. What name? Right. Speaking of God, I hate the layout for stream. I am going to head off. I am tired. I need to do some stuff before I go to bed. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the hanging out. Hope you had a good time. Hope you have a good Christmas as well. And I'm going to send you over on YouTube. I'm going to send you over to Liam Dempsey. Go say hello. I think they said it's Joe's birthday, so go say happy birthday to him. Thank you very much, everyone. And I will see you next time.